Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another Disney series collab with Micki. We had listed off a ton of the different heroines or princesses that we might do for today. And then I realized that if we chose to do Peter Pan, we could actually have a couple of heroines. So that is what we are doing today. Micki is going to do a look inspired by Wendy. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure it will be amazing. And obviously, I'm sure you can tell by the hair and the colors in this dress, which I will stand up and insert a picture or a video of right now. Just so you guys can see what it looks like. This dress I wore to a formal I went to in college, and it is the cutest thing. And I never really get opportunities to wear it, but it just screams Tinkerbell to me. So I'm going to be doing Tinkerbell today. When we were deciding who was going to do who, I had mentioned to Micki that my nickname in high school was actually Tinkerbell, and there is a little backstory to that. That's not really important. But yeah, so she said, well, if that was your nickname, you have to do it. So I have already got my face makeup done for the most part, obviously just missing blush. I went for a super, super glowy, like really iridescent look. Like I have strobe cream on, and I have my Pixie by Petra like glowing primer, and I have my Natasha Denona body glow foundation and her glow foundation and the like shimmering powder, everything shimmery, because for me Peter Pan and Tinkerbell in particular are just very like magical and sparkly and glittery and all of that fun stuff. So that's what we're doing today. Now she does have a little bit of sass and a little bit of attitude as well, which is what I love about her so much. So we're going to be doing another kind of halo eye today, but there will be some sparkle. It's going to be different shades of yellow and bright green, and then of course silver as well. So we're gonna get started right away. I was really smart today, and I pulled like a little basket out of all of the products that I thought that I would want to be using today, all of the different colors that I thought I might need. So for starters, we are going to apply a paint pot as a primer, and today I'm going to be using this one. This is in Dream Scene, and it's kind of like a silver primer just because we are doing greens, but the middle of the halo eye is going to be a bright silver. So I thought that I would just start with this just to give me a nice base to go with. And because there is some like shine and shimmer in this as well, it will allow for the, one second, sorry, parents were talking and it was getting kind of loud, and I've noticed that whenever they do that, you can hear it quite well in the background, so I just decided to turn off. You miss nothing. I just finished putting on that primer on my eye. So the next thing that I am going to do is just to incorporate a little bit of yellow into this look, and I'm just deciding which yellow I want to use. I can't even open this palette, so it might end up being the other yellow. Let's go for this yellow at the top. This is my MAC Tropic Cool ×9, and that yellow is called Bright Side. It's just in the middle at the top, and I'm going to take a bit of a fluffier crease brush. My brushes are super dirty, by the way. I need to clean them. I'm just getting my color switch out to take some of the excess off of it. So this is a fluffier crease brush, because what we're going to do is take that yellow, and we're going to put it high all up in that crease from outer to inner corner. And it's not really showing up quite like I wanted to, so I think I'm going to do this eye so that they're even, and then I'm going to switch over to my NYX Ultimate Bright palette, and we're just going to use this yellow instead because those ones seem to be more pigmented for whatever the reason is. Yeah, so I can see a ton of that now. Let's just... Perfect. So this yellow is going to represent her hair because she is obviously very, very blonde. Again, I am not quite as blonde, but this was probably the easiest Disney hairstyle I'll ever do in my life, is the full bun, because it was just like, and I said that to Micki too. I was laughing because we were Snapchatting and she was like, oh, I'll have to figure out inspiration to do Wendy. And I was like, I'm set. All I got to do is put my hair up in a bun. So like I said, some of that yellow will just peek out kind of up and over the top of all of the other shadow. So that's going to be it in terms of the yellow. I don't want it to be overpowering. I do want this to be a very, very green look. So we're going to stop there. Now, I do have a bunch of different greens and a bunch of different palettes that I want to use, but we are going to stick mainly to the brighter lime kind of greens. So I'm thinking I'm going to use the one out of my Kat Von D Saint and Sinners palette because that one is perfect. That one is an Exodus. I've also got this Chartreuse pigment from MAC that came in the Trolls collection that we're going to play with. And then there's obviously the green in the NYX Ultimate Brights palette as well. And just in case, I do have my MAC Lucky Green. This is my favorite green shadow. So, to do this, we're going to take a slightly slimmer crease brush. And which color do I want to try and start with? Let's use that Lucky Green one first. And we're going to... Do I want to do a bit of a darker green as well? You know what, this one is a little bit darker than these ones, so I think that's going to be enough of a gradient for me. So we're just going to build that in the crease on the outer and then on the inner corner as well. We're going to build that up on the crease and down into the lid. Not too far into the lid though. Like I said, I am going to add, just going to tip that up so I can see what I'm doing. Add some other shadows into here as well. And I am going to go all the way into the crease. Oh, my dog's barking. Now I think just to add a bit more green, because that one's not quite as bold as I think I wanted it to be, I am going to take this like true green out of that NYX Ultimate palette and just really put that into the crease. That way it just brings some of that green in a little bit more. Because it's not so dark that it's taking away from all of the lime green that I want. But it's not as light as the other ones are. So I'm just going to put that all in the crease just to deepen that up. Just like that. So then I think I'm going to take some of that color out of the Kat Von D palette, that Exodus color, because there is a lot of bright green and sparkle in there. And oh yeah, that's the exact color I wanted. These shadows are amazing. Why don't I use this palette more, you guys? This is such a good palette. And I am going to pack it all over my lid. I am kind of leaving a little area in the middle just because I know I'm going to be putting a silver over that. So it doesn't necessarily need to be crazy packed on. But, you know. So just really bright green all over. And again, because she's kind of sassy and she kind of lives out on her own and stuff, I'm okay with this look becoming a little bit wild, going a little bit untamed. I think that just adds to who she is as a fairy. So I think that's going to be good for green. I'm obviously going to keep that palette out. Now... So the silver that I think I want to play with today is this one. This is from MAC. It is in Frozen Blue, but it's not really blue. It does show up more silver. Like, I'll show you. See, I guess it kind of looks blue, but like, I think it also looks very, very silver. So I think that's the silver that we're going to play with today. So I have some MAC Fix Plus, and I have just a... normal shader brush, I guess. Actually, I'm going to use a smaller one. I'm going to use this one. This is a duo fibered one. I think it's supposed to be a face brush, but it's so tiny. I like to use it as that. I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus just so we get the most out of this shadow. And I'm going to pick up that shadow and put it all in the middle. Dog is going nuts. Just like that. So from the lash line all the way up to the crease, just kind of creating a window of silver down the middle of my eye. And then we are going to come back in with that green after and sort of clean up. Oh, I dropped my Fix Plus, but that's okay. And sort of just clean up the edges. just like that. And then, like I said, we're going to go back in with this brush and that bright, bright green and just kind of tidy up the edges a bit because we don't want that line to be so stark. So we're just going to blend out a bit and just keep that pocket of silver right down the middle. Now, the other thing I am going to do, just because this is very reminiscent of fairy dust, is I have this Reflex Transparent Teal glitter. So it does kind of reflect a little bit of green, but it is very, very loose, finely milled glitter. And I'm going to pick the Fix Plus off the floor where it fell. This, by the way, is the coconut one, and I know they just re-released this for the Christmas collection. If you never got a chance to get your hands on it, my dress is falling off. There we go. And we're going to pick a denser brush. We're going to use this really tiny one. This is a MAC 228 brush. And I'm going to, again, spray some Fix Plus on it just so it sticks. And then I'm going to, glitter down, glitter down. And then I'm going to pick some of that glitter up. I'm going to have to open it. I had a bunch in the top and the lid, but it all kind of, oh man, I'm going to be covered in glitter for the rest of the day. So just pick some of that up and we're going to put it kind of all in the middle. Whoa. All in the middle, and then we're going to kind of just put it all over just to make that look crazy, crazy glittery and shiny. But some of the green will still peek through. Just like that. Good, perfect. I didn't make too much of a mess. Obviously, there is some fallout, but I think the addition of the Fix Plus did help it stay more or less just on my eyes. I know I skipped that stuff the last time I used pigment, so that's really good. I think I might use some of this pigment just to pop that green a little bit more because pigments are so, as you say, pigmented. I am just going to take a little itty bit of this and just sort of pop it all here just so that it's really, really bright and bold. Just like that. Perfect. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Sorry about that. So now that the basic eye is done, I don't want to destroy this look by adding any kind of a black liner. I had brought a couple liners out. I have some like gray liners, a little bit of like a silver liner. I just worry that it'll be a little too dark of a silver. Yeah. Let me try the other one. No, so instead of doing any of that, because I don't want to destroy the look we've already got going, we are just going to go in with that, I don't even know what these are called anymore, but it's in Nocturnal, and it came out in the Star Trek collection, but these are like the ones that have like the little foam applicator tip on them, and this is the silver one. You guys have seen me use this a couple times throughout this series, so we're going to use that to line our eye. Again, I'm going to look down, but I'm going to cheat the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. And unlike other times that I've used this liner where I just do a really thin line, I am going for a thicker one because it all just sort of adds to the look we're going for. Just like that. Just a lot of silver right there. I'm going to let that dry because now it's in my eye. Okay. So while I let that dry completely, we're going to move on to doing blush. So for blush today, I decided to use this Duo blush by Pixie by Petra. It's in Peach Honey. It's a really, really light shimmery blush. So all I really wanted is just a little touch of color. Nothing crazy. Okay. And then we're going to move on to highlight, and just to stick with the silver theme, I picked out my Too Faced Blinded by the Light highlighter. And this is like this beautiful kind of silvery white. Looks like that. And we're going to go in with this is a MAC 266, I think. It's kind of like a duo fiber brush that I've just been taking to use for highlight lately. I can't speak anymore. I'm so tired. And I do want to be really, really, really glowy. So I'm adding a ton, as I'm sure you guys can see how glowy that is. I was already glowy to begin with. So just add a ton more of that. Just like that. Super, super glowy. Okay. So now that that eyeliner is mostly dry, we are going to add a little bit of green, I think, under the eye as well. We're going to go back in with that color out of my Kat Von D palette. So that's an Exodus and a pencil brush. And I'm just going to add that to my lower lash line all the way across this time. Because I kind of just want my entire eye to be surrounded by green. Just like that. Oh. Just like that. So now that that's done, I'm just trying to pick which color of lipstick I want to use today. I'm picking between two. I'll show you the two in a second. I haven't totally decided which way we're going to go. Okay, so I think we're going to try this out. This is one of those Matte Grand Illusion liquid lip colors. This one is in Rave Bunny. So these were the two I was trying to decide between. Is this sort of more light muted pink? This is the pink print. It came out in the Nicki Minaj release recently. And then, but I think I'm going to go with this one because with this one I was going to add a silver gloss over top, and this one I'm still going to maybe add the gloss, but it kind of doesn't need it quite as much. My nose is running so much, you guys. I'm so sorry. So let's add that lip color on. I've never tried one of these either, so this is a good opportunity too. And I chose to do pink just because I think any other color would have been too much for her, and too much for the look that I was going for. So while that dries down so that I can add the, which is now missing, I had a silver lip gloss. Oh, it's right here. So I have the silver lip gloss out of the Star Trek collection that I might add over top. We'll see, but for right now we are going to do mascara. So I'm going to try out that Fibre Lash Mascara that Micki picked up for me. This is FAQ Volumizing Mascara and Fibre Mascara. So I'm assuming that this works. I didn't read the directions before I got rid of the box. So I'm assuming that this works like my other Fibre Mascara that I've tried, where you put the mascara on, then the fibers, then the mascara again to lock it in. So we're going to just try that and see how it works. I do really like the wand of this, first of all, so that's great. And it also means, too, that if the fibers don't agree with me, as they have not in the past, that I can get rid of that and keep this. And use it as a normal mascara. Because I'm also not going to put lashes on today. I thought about it, but after I'm done filming this video, I just have to bake for Christmas. Because my family Christmas is on Sunday, and it is Friday, and I'm running out of time, so that's going to need to happen. I should have, like, taped this up. Oh, well, next time, if there's a next time. So now I'm going to take... What does this mean, Fibre Mascara? Am I not supposed to use these together? Whatever. So this isn't quite like I thought it was, where I thought it was just the loose fibers that just attach to your lashes. This is actual mascara, which is great. That's even better. Makes me like it even more. Nothing's going to fall into my eyes, and then I'm just going to go over top with this. Okay, this is probably the second look in a row that I'm really into, in terms of like it being a little crazy because it's Disney, but at the same time I would actually probably wear this if I were looking for a bright green look. I feel like this could also double for St. Patrick's Day if you were looking for something like that. So the lipstick hasn't totally tacked down yet, but I am going to add just a little bit of the silver over top. Just to give it a bit of shine. And just to go crazy and be really bold for today, let's put some of that glitter on over top as well, just to give it that real, oh God, oh, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. All of the glitter is all over me now. I'm so mad. That's the funny thing though. These things are so full that it looks like barely any spilled, but a ton is all over my dress right now. There's glitter just like flying. Okay, we're going to roll with it. We're going to keep going. I'm just going to pick it up off this. So I'm going to just take that with my thing and pat it all over here because it does look like fairy dust and Tinkerbell's a fairy. So why not? That is gunking up so weird and I'm not loving it. Whatever. Roll with it. Roll with it, Sam. You're already making a disaster of this video. Okay, so on that note, I think we're going to call this look done. I'm just going to, literally sparkles are everywhere. They're just like flying in the air. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a pain to clean up in a minute. Just going to set it really quickly. Sweet. And we're going to call that look done. So that is the finished look. I'm just trying to pick up my dress so that I don't lose a ton of this on the floor. So that's going to be the completed look for today for Tinkerbell. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I think this is my second favorite to the bell in terms of being wearable. I would definitely wear this. And like I said, once I clean my dress off, there will have been a picture earlier. I haven't taken it yet, but it will be at the beginning of the thing. So if you guys like these videos, then hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Micki's channel. I know we would both really appreciate it. I will link to her Wendy video down below and also up here. And keep an eye out for the next installment in our Disney series. I will catch you guys next time. Bye.